But what Mishko said about Maverick and LeBron was, quote, this translation, they are planning a certain group of investors, a classic business, to create a league that would somehow also compete with the NBA.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I wouldn't do that just yet, because your ass is mine.
Fanboys. LaFody James want to own a team so bad. And since the NBA won't give him one, LaFody James said, you know what? I'm gonna make me one. He's done playing Mr. Nice Guy. LaFody James has got the gun to Adam Silver's head, and he wants a team now. He wants it promised to him now. And because the NBA won't promise LaFody James a team, he said, not only am I going to start my own team, I'm going to start my own league. Let me refresh your memory. Remember the viral photo of LeBron James, Nikola Jokic agent, and Maverick Carter? And if you remember the caption said the summer of 2025 is the perfect time to make big plans for the fall of 2026. Well, it's the fall of 2025, and that's only a year away, and it seems like these talks are starting to heat up. And LaFody's favorite fanboy, ESPN's Brian Windhorst, actually commented on this on the Hoop Collective. But before we get into the Hoop Collective, I want to give a special shout out to one of my subscribers, TJXP23. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, and I hope it was everything that you dreamed of. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel too. He got some content over there and he bringing some heat. I know y'all always beating the comment section up. We get hundreds of comments, and from now on, the top comment is gonna be featured in the next video. So make sure y'all beat the comment section up. But let's get into what Brian Windhorst had to say on the Hoop Collective about LaFody James and his Euro League.
We had the photo with LeBron and Maverick Carter and Mishko. I'll botch his last name.
Raznatovic.
Mishko Raznatovic, who is one of the leading European agents, if not the most
best known in America as Joker's agent. But
yes, and a lot of people jumped to the conclusion that it was because when Mishko posted it on his Instagram, he said something like, talking about the future or something like that.
Yeah. And
people jumped to conclusions that it was about LeBron teaming up with Jokic. And to the point where Mishko had to come out and say that's not what they were talking about. It was in Saint-Tropez in July. I think it was in July. It might have been in August. And he said he went on a Serbian podcast and spoke on the record about it. I had to speak to a Serbian that I know to make sure that the translation was accurate. But what Mishko said about Maverick and LeBron was, quote, this translation, they are planning a certain group of investors, a classic business, to create a league that would somehow also compete with the NBA. They don't want it to be a U.S. league. They want it to have a European flavor, so to speak. And when they started working on it, everyone told them to call me. And I believe he said he's had multiple meetings with Maverick about it.
What does LaFody mean by European flavor? They don't want it to be a U.S. league. They want it to have European flavor. See, LaFody think he's slick. LaFody, you not slick, man. You know why you wouldn't make this a U.S. league? Because who the hell is finna watch a LeBron James U.S. league? Ain't nobody lining up to see the Los Angeles Go James Kingdom. He knows the U.S. league couldn't rival the NBA because simply he's not big enough in the USA to make something like that happen. And you gotta know he's definitely not big enough in Europe to make something like that happen. But LaFody James is banking on one thing, and that's being first to enter the market into Europe. Because if you remember, the NBA said they're waiting until 2027 to start their own Euro League. But LeBron James is trying to start his Euro League in 2026. So in his mind, he's trying to beat the NBA to the punch to Europe. And he's trying to do it Formula One style, where teams will travel together and play in 8 global cities with multiple teams facing off. But let's keep it real though. LaFody is giving us a textbook example of biting the hand that feeds you. The NBA is giving this man everything, and you see how he repays them? The NBA called you the chosen one since you came into the league. They rigged the Rookie of the Year so you can win that, but just because they didn't let you go to the All-Star game, you tell the NBA, you know what? Just because you didn't make me an NBA All-Star in my rookie year, I'm not doing the slam dunk contest. Now, I know it's NBA tradition to do the slam dunk contest, but I'm gonna break tradition and not do the slam dunk contest because I'm childish. People like Stephen A. Smith love to brag that LeBron's been this great ambassador for the NBA when we all know that's far from the truth. Just take a look at your ambassador of the NBA. He couldn't even be bothered enough to put the All-Star jersey on. There's a fanboy that spent his last dollar on a LeBron All-Star jersey, and he didn't even see LeBron put it on. Look at Curry's face. He like, man, why y'all got me standing next to this punk? This punk, no, this is my weekend, and this is how you treat me on my weekend? The nerve of you, bum. I've been keeping you in the headlines for far too long with these Warrior trade talks. I gotta act like and pretend like I'm okay with you coming to the Warriors when everybody knows LaFody James is never going to the Warriors. This man had the NBA scrambling all week. Like, yeah, LeBron's gonna play. LeBron's gonna be there. Yeah, he's gonna be there. LeBron show up in street clothes last minute and tell everybody he's hurt, he's not playing tonight. And this is supposed to be your face of the league. This is the same face of the league that gave a side eye to being asked to play harder in the All-Star game. This is the same face of the league that is responsible for the competitive unbalance in the NBA by forming super teams, which led to the formation of the first and second apron. Now, when we go back through history at the previous faces of the league, we can see that they all left the league in better shape than when they came in. LaFody James broke tradition again because he's gonna leave the league in worse shape than when he came into the league. We're talking about ratings decreasing, a lack of interest in the regular season, the All-Star game is down the drain, he ushered in load management, his stranglehold on the media so they won't even talk about it or do a deep dive on the accusation of him taking PEDs. The NBA even allowed this man to shadow run a sports agency that could allow him to influence player destination. And the owners are not happy about this. The owners are just writing down notes. They taking documentation because they know that you want a team, and based off your past crimes with the NBA, there is no way they will give you a team. So this is LeBron's way of begging the NBA to let him in the door, because we know there would be no mention of a competing NBA league if LeBron James was allowed to have a team. But this is what I want to ask y'all, as I need y'all to beat the comment section up. Is LeBron James throwing a temper tantrum by trying to start this league to compete with the NBA just because the NBA won't allow him to own a team? Do y'all think this league will be successful or more successful than the NBA's version of a EuroLeague? Let me know in the comment section. Also, if you out there in Europe, let me know, would you attend the LaFody James EuroLeague? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to hit me with the HBO special. Help a brother out with some likes, comment, and subscribe. It's 93 Zay, and I'm out this thing.